Merciful Cthona.
Welcome back to Baywatch, kids. We're here. We're back. It is SJM time again.
Woo, woo.
Woo, woo. We are going to dig into Crescent City 2, House of, something and something. Guy and Breath. Just kidding. I am so excited to talk about this finally because I read this book, what was it, like a couple months ago now?
Yeah.
And you both were so rude to me about not discussing anything in our GC, our little group chat.
Yeah, so, you've had your trials and tribulations.
Yeah, I feel like this has been a long time coming.
It absolutely has. And like in gearing up for this, first, I tried to put myself on an audiobook pause. Like I cannot listen to this audiobook at all until we're covering it again so that it's a little bit fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I sort of fell down on the job of not listening to the audiobook a lot at just sort of random parts of it constantly. So I did keep doing that.
Okay.
But I've been really excited to this time around listen to the audiobook, in preparation with the eye to the pod. And so that's been really wonderful because I've been waiting.
Yeah, you have been waiting.
I've been waiting for like 3 months to do this podcast, this season. And here we are. It's happening.
We're ready. We're going to be bringing you not only, sophomore year of high school analysis, but I don't know. I'm thinking maybe junior year of high school level analysis. Who's to say?
Listen, I think we got to undersell and over-deliver, Dina. So we're going to do our best.
Okay, so here's the sitch. This book is for sure more fun to talk about once you've read the whole thing. Hashtag if you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, please put this podcast down for 48 hours and go read the whole book because we're going to talk about the whole book. Things are going to come up. Spoilers are going to come up. Spoilers abound. Yes. Spoilers are fun. Theories are fun. This is very, we might have theories. They will probably be bad, but they might come up.
Half-baked theories. We're not.
Yes.
Like, at
under-theorized.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to have read the last chapter of this book. And again, if you know, and everything that comes with that. Okay?
Yes.
Or if you're a sicko like our Queen Christine, and you like spoilers, that's fine. But,
that's fine.
Just come in with your eyes open.
In this country, you have a right to be a sicko. So, we support your rights to be a sicko if that's who you are.
Exactly. Thank you, Will. I think that's wonderfully put.
For now, you have that right. Who knows?
Right. Anything could change.
Wow.
Anyway, back to Crescent City. Rach, I think it's time for you to break out that PhD and bring us back into our world.
Yes. And I do, as always, I do want to paint a picture for the listener, first of all, of my environs. Okay. And I just want everyone to know, you probably won't be surprised, but I want you to know it's an overcast autumnal day. The autumnal equinox draws nigh. Okay?
This is so perfect for Christian Goth Girl Fall.
Yeah,
this is exactly the mood we need for Christian Goth Girl Fall.
I know. It's overcast. I finally got a pumpkin candle that isn't completely offensive to smell. So that's going strong. Woodwick.
It's
crickety cracketin'.
Yeah, we love a crackler.
And I've got an autumnal YouTube background ambiance channel going.
Wow.
And I've got a really cozy blanket. I'm obviously in my bed, and I now have a bed desk for recording. So I just want everyone to know.
Real quick, what was the name of the bed desk?
The bed desk, really humiliating on Amazon, it's like this long title. All the TikTok girlies are getting this bed desk. And it's like bed desk for bedridden people, hospital grade approved, blah, blah, blah. and I have to submit this for a work from home reimbursement stipend. So I'm kind of embarrassed about it, but
hospital
it's
approved,
so
baby.
Good. Yeah, it's so good. Link in bio. JK, we don't have that yet, but no one's going to stop us if we want to. So maybe let us know if you want us to have an Amazon storefront. I actually do have one, so just let us know.
We'll have one thing in it, a hospital-approved bed desk.
Yes, for bedridden girlies. Anyway, so I just had to get that off my chest. Now, on to the book. Here we go.
Wow.
Here we go. And
Let's
I got to tell you, This is the first time I've ever read the prologue, actually, ever.
Rachel.
I know. I know.
God.
How did anything make any sense?
It didn't really.
Rachel, when I was reading it, I said something about Sophie. You literally were like, who is Sophie even? And I was like, wait, I know exactly what's happening here. She did not even read that part.
Yeah, I didn't. And having read it now, I would say I recommend reading it.
It's amazing. I know. So invested in Sophie and then fucking SJM again, you know.
I know. And it's like a full emotional journey.
Yeah.
Sophie with an FIE is just so chic and
elite,
Parisian or something. I don't even know.
Will, are you allowed to say that?
What?
Sophie's going to hear this.
Oh, our
you
others.
Have a PH Sophie.
We have a PH Sophie.
A PH Sophie.
I mean, she's welcome to change the spelling of her name. So,
and it's
True.
also no shade to all our PH Sophies. Like, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, no, for sure.
better.
You could be doing
but
better.
You're doing well.
Yeah.
We like PH as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I think when I read the book for the first time, I was like, where's my Brycey? How is Brycey doing? I don't know who this is. Who is it? Like, I don't care. And so I simply didn't ever read it.
Yeah.
And I will say reading it does sort of add something to the rest of the book.
Yeah, some context to the
like
plot.
a good amount of context.
Yes. So, Sophie Renast, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She is part human, but also part Vanir. But she's human, but she's Vanir.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a Thunderbird, okay?
Sick.
Yeah.
So
Question.
cool.
What does that mean?
So I guess they like sap energy from just anything. They can just suck up energy. I think even first light, and then they can use it as lightning, basically. Right? Is that right, Dina?
I think that's right. Yeah, and they were hunted essentially to near extinction because they're so powerful, and you know the Vanir's obsession with power and them having it. Thunderbirds were a huge risk to that because they could essentially take and use any kind of power. And they use it like almost like electricity kind of thing.
Right. But so this is distinct from Hunt's lightning power.
Yes.
Okay.
Although, I mean, yes. But
or, you know, maybe it's
theories.
related and we don't know yet.
Right.
Yeah, who can say? But for now, yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't suck energy from places.
Right,
so yeah, I think it's a little different. Anyways, Sophie is a girl boss, obviously, and a couple years ago, she's in Pangea, okay? A little recap, little review. Pangea is the other continent, you know, across the sea where there's in this horrible civil war, etc. going on. Her parents were captured and killed because they were rebels, human rebels.
Mm-hmm.
Tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time. If you're a girl boss, you got to have some dead parents or something similar, okay?
You got to have something to go get revenge for, you know?
Exactly. But her wee brother was taken captive, and she eventually finds out. She looks for him for years. She eventually finds out he's at the Kavala death camps.
Yikes.
Oof.
Not fun.
I mean, the name itself.
Yeah, it's in the name.
Yeah.
So she's been working with the Ophian rebels for the past couple of years, basically working for them in exchange for, you know, trying to get some intel about where her brother is. So she's finally figured out where he is.
Yeah, she's like a consultant. She's not like on payroll. She's
she's getting that 1099. Yeah.
She's not drinking the Kool-Aid. She has her own agenda.
Right.
1099 girlies.
Unite.
1099 hive.
You know, she's like, God damn it, I have to put half of this away to file for taxes at the end of the year.
I know. Oh my gosh. Relatable content. So finally figures out he's at Kavala. Right before she goes, she, you know, gets some intel. I'm doing creepy little air quotes.
Those are really creepy air quotes.
Gets some intel that could end the Asteri forever. And she gets it, and she just has it in her head. And she says to the rebels right before they drop her off at Kavala, she says, BTW, I have something right here in this head of mine and this noggin that could end the Asteri. I'm not telling you what it is, so you're going to have to make sure I get out of here, okay?
Wow.
Okay,
That's real girl boss shit.
Yeah.
yeah. She has her little leverage.
Yeah.
She goes to the death camp, eventually figures out where wee brother Emil is, and she's like, you know, does her little thing. She's like, okay, I'm getting you out, buddy. And she goes to meet him on the night when they're going to do their little escape plan. Emil's like, oh, sorry, I brought my whole bunk.
My whole squad.
Oh my God.
The whole
The whole
squad.
camp bunk is just there.
so he's rolling, 8 children deep or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, okay, all right. We're gonna do it. They sneak out, sneaky. They're dread wolves, and they're sprinting for Agent Silverbow, who's waiting with a van. Now, Agent Silverbow, don't know a lot about him yet, but he's hot.
Right. I was gonna say number one. That name alone.
Oh, really? Name wasn't doing it for me, to be honest.
Oh, I just kept picturing a silver fox.
We're gathering, so they get the kids into the wee van, and they're making off to get to the boat that they have to get to. So they're driving, but the dread wolves, which I don't really know. They're just wolves. They're dready. I don't really know.
I think they're somehow scarier.
They're like bad
than normal wolves.
Yeah.
They impose dread, perhaps.
The dread wolves are on their tails, but they're in the car, and we get the sense that Agent Silverbow and Sophie.
Oh yeah,
or
they fucked.
They fucked. But I was leading with love.
But they have their priorities. They're committed.
Yeah.
Right.
They're committed to the cause above their love.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Agent Silverbow. Well, she's
committed to her own cause. Yeah.
So yes, that's right. And
she's independent, right? Like she has her own cause. It's not just
she's a GB. Classic girl boss.
GB life. Hashtag.
So, they get to the dock or whatever, and the kids and Agent Silverbow are running, but the Dreadwolves are there on their tail, and then the Hind is in the mix.
Oof.
Remind us.
Let's remind us, because we said season 1. We said Crescent City 1. We're not really talking about the Hind.
I don't even think we saw her on page, right? Like she was only mentioned.
We did.
Oh, we did.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. No, that might be true. Not much of a factor. She's one of the many H words who has multiple names. I know.
And I'm sorry to say we have to kind of get our H named hench people straight this book. So lock this in.
Right. You take out your notepad.
Yeah.
The Hind. Lydia Servos.
Mm-hmm.
Hot.
Gorgeous.
What is a hind? Is a hind like
a deer?
A deer.
A deer.
Yeah, and she's a deer shifter. So
not an angel.
There you go. Not an angel, but she is in. Well, she will be in the Triari. She was in Sandriel's Triari. No, her sister. I don't fucking know. Whatever. She was in one of those ladies.
Yeah, I think it was Sandriel.
Yeah, Sandriel.
And then she's gonna be in another. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
but. Everybody's so fucking scared of her. She's the spy master. She hella tortures people. She's the Asteri lover for some reason.
Yeah, she's really good at breaking people, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, she's just a pro at torture, basically.
Right.
And so she shows up with the Dreadwolves, and Sophie tells Silver and the kids to go, and she's gonna hold them off. The kids and Agent Silver get on the boat. They're taken off. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Again, not my thing. Blah, blah, blah. Things happen. And
action sequence.
Yeah. And
people are fighting. There's power involved. Oh, no, they're not going to make it. Are they going to make it?
Exactly. And then once they're all everybody but Sophie's out on that boat, then all these I don't know, killer submarines or whatever the fuck they were, come up to them. They're converging. They're about to fuck it up.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of the energy from those boats, they go black.
Right.
And so people assume that it was Emil who did it. Because Emil allegedly has the Thunderbird gift as well. Now, later we find out that might not be the case.
Yeah.
But for now, let's say that. And anyways, Sophie basically gets captured by the Hind. The Hind is like, I know you have information in your head, but who did you tell? And she's like, no one. And then the Hind is like, okay, fine. I'm just going to clap you in really heavy weights and throw you into the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
And Sophie's in her head. She's kind of like, oh, weird. She's not even going to torture me. Okay, let's chill. Cool.
She's like, I was expecting it to be way worse. This is
this is actually pretty good outcome.
Good deal.
If you get captured by the Hind.
Yeah, on the spectrum.
So she gets tossed. She gets tossed into the ocean, and then it's a question mark that we're going to explore. What happened?
Wow.
I was, I entered this book knowing what SJM did to me with Danica,
what she was capable of,
and yet still. After this happened, I was like, no way. Sophie's alive. And I continued to hold on to that hope until it was permanently dashed later on, which we will discuss. But I really didn't believe it.
I know. And I guess we'll discuss later, but really, we went through all of that. And then
I know. I'm just kind of like, why?
Dead.
Yeah, but
why
you can't,
was it this whole...
Here's the thing. You can't saturate your girl boss market. She was kind of coming for Bryce's lane, you know? And like, there's only so much bandwidth
But like,
for that.
was I here for it? Maybe. Thunderbird, so hot. Also, one of my favorite things about her was there's some point, maybe when she enters the death camp, when she's talking about how they tortured her and they were pulling out her fingernails.
Ugh.
And trigger warning, fingernail related.
Related trigger warning.
And she's like, good thing I was a minor in theater in college, because like now I can just like...
say that.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like a human girl. Anyways, so that's a prologue. Okay? Now we're getting back to our girl, our sweet
baby B, sweet baby B.
Sweet Bryce. We are at the ballet. We're dressed to the nines. We've got mom and dad here.
Mm-hmm.
Ember and Randall. We've got Bryce looking hot. And they're at the ballet to support June for her big solo night.
So fun. And we get caught up on what we've missed while we've been gone. It's been a couple months since the, catastrophic demon portal nuke situation.
Yeah.
Bryce is now a bit of a celeb.
Yeah.
So a lot of a celeb, in fact. So she's really everybody's looking at her.
She's walking around in a hat and sunglasses all the time.
Exactly.
She loves it. She pretends she doesn't love it, but she obviously
I know.
loves
I
it.
actually was like, Bryce, why are you acting like you want to hide? Like you don't. Just give in.
It's so hard and annoying.
She's like, oh no, my chest. I'm wearing these like low cut dresses, and my chest keeps glowing, and everyone can see it. And it's like so annoying, but I have to show off my cleavage, so like, I really don't have a choice.
Her hands are tied. Okay,
her hands
she
are
needs
so
to wear
tied.
a plunging.
No, it's the law.
Dress.
I think when you look like that, it's the law that you gotta flaunt it.
Yeah, she's so fucking hot. Good for her.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's got a new job at the Fae Archives.
Right.
Because the previous library kind of underwater,
doesn't
had
exist
to relocate.
anymore. What happened?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Got a job at the Fae Archives. She's liking it.
It sounds so nice.
It honestly
she's like,
sounds
great.
lovely.
Later, she's like, yeah, my boss works night shifts, so I just kind of do whatever I want, work whenever I want. Sign me
Perfect.
up.
Love.
And like, the office that she's in is like a big oak desk,
Hunt is now the second in the command or whatever at the 33rd or whichever thing.
Makes no...
The 33rd.
No fucking sense, but whatever.
Because again, nobody has told him you can just open a coffee shop.
As discussed, real unclear choice there, but fine.
Yeah, we'll roll with it.
And we also find out Bryce and Hunt are engaged in a no sex pact for reasons.
For no reason whatsoever.
Zero.
For the purpose of
reason.
building more sexual tension in the second book.
It makes literally no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. So they're waiting until the winter solstice.
As one does,
sure.
yeah.
Totally.
And listen, it's not our favorite. We don't love it. We get it, I guess, that this had to maybe happen, but we're not obsessed with it, I don't think.
You know what it maybe is? I think it could be very Christian Goth Girl Fall to do this.
Ooh.
Obviously there's the Christian thing where you like whatever, the Lord does not bless you for your premarital sex, but then goth girlies, I feel like sometimes are just... I don't know that I've actually ever spoken to a goth girlie.
I was going to say, Will, do you know any goth girlies?
High school, maybe. But like...
Your conception of a goth girly.
Yeah, per my conception of a goth girly, you're sort of at like self-denial.
Wow.
It's just, like kind of random self-denial as part of the whole thing. So...
I don't know if that's really the case for goth girlies, but... If we have any goth girly listeners,
chime in.
Let us know. And
Educate
I'm really
me.
sorry if Will's ignorance just really misrepresented you.
Yeah,
Probably.
we will make him submit a Notes app apology if so.
Oh, I thought you were going to say submit to punishment. Very Christian Goth Girl Fall.
Oh, wow.
I think you're getting a couple things slightly confused.
Right, like dominatrix.
It's not like a dom thing.
I think I invented Christian Goth Girl Fall, so it's whatever I want it to be.
That is
That
true.
Is a good point.
And now we forgot to say, you guys, I know it's been mentioned in channels, but we forgot to say that you now both live together at Faywatch HQ in
we
BK.
In BK.
NY.
We are residing, in fact.
Those two are recording live from Brooklyn, same apartment, different rooms, and we love it. So, you're in Brooklyn, so I think you are allowed. I've been told individualism is really valued in New York City, and so I think you are allowed to make it whatever you want.
And it's where culture comes from, so.
Yes. Yeah. So good for you. Well, let's get into our sweet baby boy Hunt, who does show up for the big night.
Ugh, fine.
Okay, Dina. You're back in my territory now.
I just had to deal with you being a little Xaden hater, and I'm here
this
for
is
my
revenge.
I know.
Just wait for my Ethan is endgame takes coming at you.
Oh wow!
Soon.
Ooh, I can't wait. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, actually, speaking of which, I do want to say right now, again, with apologies, this is going to be dated and cringe by the time this comes out.
But we're millennials. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Right.
And we're 4 weeks behind on a TikTok trend. I want to say, though, specifically, they're like, oh, what, men's Roman Empire. What's your Roman Empire? First of all, excuse me. The Roman Empire is my Roman Empire.
Same.
I think about it all the time. So,
right.
First of all, for all of you out there just assuming because I'm a woman, I can't think about the Roman Empire all the time, you're wrong. So why don't you go examine that? Because I think about it constantly.
Everyone's been assuming that about you, Rachel. They tell me all the time.
But I do want to say genuinely that my other Roman Empire is being worried, being curious, being excited about who Bryce's endgame is.
Same.
So we are going to talk about this all season.
We think it perhaps cannot be Hunt.
Well, it probably is, but it could not be.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because we're going to get into it, but there's some conflicting things we're really going to talk about.
Okay, great. Because I feel psychologically I need to work through this.
No, but yeah, but I get nervous, I get worried, I get scared, I get a little excited.
My heart rate is a little elevated right now just thinking about it.
So that's going to be on the brain. But anyways, back to Hunt. He showed up already tugging at the black tie around his neck. Quote, just ... God's damn. He'd worn a black suit and white shirt, both cut to his powerful, muscled body, and the effect was devastating.
Ugh.
Add in the gray wings, framing it all, and she was a goner.
Okay. He's just a man, though. You know what I mean?
He's really hot. Stop it.
He's so hot. Look at the cover of the book. He's so hot.
I will say, I thought that it was Ruhn, and I was like, oh my God, so hot. And now that it's Hunt, I'm like,
honey.
Fuck, fine.
It's Hunt. Bryce surveyed the veritable Malakim feast before her.
Wow. That phrasing.
Hunt had cut his hair shorter last month.
Thank God. We're all pro that.
Yeah, not too short since she staged an intervention with the stylist before the Drakey male could chop off all those beautiful locks. Are we getting that Drake's SJM is just saying Drakey males are just very gay coded?
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's right.
The only two what's his face?
Yeah, his boy. Dex boy.
Obviously, not to say that, if you're a male stylist, you're gay, okay? So don't come for me.
Just if you're a Drakey male stylist.
Yeah, exactly. So she intervened. The shorter style suited him, but...
He's still got the flow, though, right? It's still, flowing.
Surely.
It's neatly trimmed to his nape.
Oh, great.
With only a few pieces in the front, still unruly enough to peek through the hole of his sunball hat.
Important update. Man has job, gets haircut.
Exactly. Really important stuff. And wears a wee tux or whatever he's wearing. Other fun updates. Fury and June confirmed cohabitation item.
Wow.
Okay,
cute.
very cute, obviously, but I'm like, ugh, where was the arc here? Where was the tension? Where was the buildup? Why do we just get...
It does seem a little...
Will, it's our, like, oh, here's just the random happy gays just living their life. No.
Yeah.
Give me
we could have had a really cute, bit more like breadcrumbs and stuff.
Right.
Or
also,
like not just full bread.
Also a bit more... It could have been a bit more true to life in terms of having more drama.
There's a kind of conspicuous lack of... drama for these two women.
Sometimes the girlies have no drama and then they just move in together, I'm told. So maybe that is right.
Occasionally.
Can you speak on that?
I think that's right. I think it can...
Just because it's not
could be
your
true.
experience.
Don't be bitter just because June is happy. No, you're right.
No, I'm happy for them. I guess.
Right. Like it should be me with Fury, but I'll take it.
I don't know. Fury's still unclear.
She's like a contract killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hot.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Anything else to say about the ballet?
Nah.
Nay.
Okay. Great, because you know what's next?
Frat house
After party at Phi Alpha Chi. Yeah.
Wow,
I'm raising the roof.
Everyone's friends now. Everyone's so friendly now.
It's so fun.
They have a cute little friend group.
Yeah, she found a new pack.
They're all just bantering, but it's like sweet banter. Why can't I call you princess? How's your mom?
Yeah, I know. They're so cute.
That's changed, but what hasn't changed is that Alpha Chi boy, whatever, Faye are like fucked up as usual. Like they're back on there. They popped up to be supportive at the end or whatever last book, but they're back to their ways.
Yeah, they're back on their bullshit for
BS.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Including, I don't know why Sarah keeps trying to do this to me. I'm trying to get on the Ruhn train. Okay? And she's, and like the first thing we see is Ruhn flipping the middle fingers to the guys he just beat in beer pong. I mean, like, pay up, man. And I'm like, why are you trying to single-handedly shrivel my ovaries? Like, why are you doing this to me, Sarah Jane? I want to love Ruhn. Stop doing this.
Okay, well,
I do love him, but I want to be attracted to him, okay? I also just want to, I had to note also, in the SJM, just like Chef's Kiss, wee details, when Bryce and Hunt arrive to the frat house, there's a cluster of green-haired river nymphs and fawns playing cornhole on the front lawn. Just how cute.
So Midwest campus coded.
Yeah, and then there's some fair playing bocce. They're like some Ox members on their time off. They're just playing some bocce in the yard.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's representation, right? You have the Midwest cornhole rep, and then you have the, I don't know, for me, bocce is just the old Italian.
Northeast Italian.
Yeah.
Probably Italian anywhere, but yeah.
Right.
That's big in Mass as well. So we love it. And another fun update of the rainbow variety.
Hey.
We have some representation specifically for Will.
Aww.
Yay.
Yeah.
We Declan has a boyfriend, Mark, and he's a lawyer.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Is he a lawyer?
Yeah,
He's a lawyer.
I thought he was a tech entrepreneur.
No. Declan is a tech guy.
I think Mark works. I think he's a lawyer at a tech company,
see.
which is like maybe how they met.
No,
Well,
okay.
I'm disgusted with you. There is discussion of Faye Westlaw later on. Okay?
No,
So
I
how
did
you
catch
not
that.
clock
I did clock
okay?
that. I did clock that. I just thought it was his. In my defense, I don't think the sentence is like the clearest, but it's fine.
It's pretty clear to me.
Classic lawyer move. You're like, is he really a lawyer?
But yeah, he's like a hot big law lawyer.
Yeah, he's a
Which
hot
honestly,
big law.
you know, if you're in New York and you're a hot big law lawyer, I'll date you. It's fine.
For sure.
Sure.
Also, leopard shifter? Hot.
He's a leopard shifter. Hot.
And Mark with a C is not to just sort of get into hot water with all of the different Marks and Sophies we know, but Mark with a C is hotter than Mark with a K. I'm sorry I said it.
Okay.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
It feels more vaguely European.
Okay, we'll allow it. Excited about that. They've been together. They met a month ago, but he's already boyfriend Mark, and we love that for them.
Mm-hmm.
We're all, again, we're moving quickly.
I predict it does not last, but that's fine.
Wow, projecting. Anyways, And Fury and June are speaking on behalf of all of us, and they're like, wait, Bryce, remind me again why you and Hunt aren't fucking. You literally just could be.
Yeah.
Like, right, like right now.
Speaking for all of us, speaking for us, the reader, Fury's like, what the fuck?
Like, you're living in the same apartment with this man that keeps smelling how aroused you are.
I know. And this is a great time for me to announce we get our first Hunt masturbation reference.
Oh my God,
we do.
So excited for you to bring that up. Yeah.
Taking matters into his own hands.
In the shower. I gotta worry about that shower, man.
I hope he's using, like,
a magical.
I gotta say, I don't necessarily love when the Hunt masturbation reference is to just how much he's doing it. It's like, okay, great. You know, like, I don't know if I need the full tally, you know?
I need it.
Disagree.
Okay, I'm being gay then, I guess.
Yeah, rein it in.
Like, that's a bit much.
Rein it in.
I just think it's sweet.
It's romantic, really, when you think about it.
Will's face. He's like,
Sweet was not the word I thought you were going to say.
I know. I think it's sweet.
It's so sweet.
He's jerking it every day in the shower because he's
so committed to his masturbation really for her.
Yeah. Good for him.
But they're like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't make sense. They're not having sex, but.
And so that's happening. And then we get a little news flash that Celestina is going to be the new archangel for Valbara. And people are like, that's weird. So we'll come back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now we must turn to words that shall live in infamy.
Right. It's like we had the Declaration of Independence. We had like the speech Abraham Lincoln gave. And then Churchill.
We have a dream.
I have a dream.
Right.
Churchill. And now this.
And ask not what you could do for your country.
Yeah, JFK had some words in there as well.
And then
probably tied with that, actually. Yeah. You know, it's probably tied.
And then we have Ruhn Danaan knew 3 things with absolute certainty.
Tell us what he knew, Rach.
1, he had smoked so much mirth that he couldn't feel his face, which was a damn shame because there was a female currently sitting on it. 2, he had downed an obscene amount of whiskey because he had no idea what the female's name was or how they'd gotten to his bedroom or how he'd wound up with his tongue between her legs.
Sick.
3, he really fucking loved his life. At least right now. Wowie.
Listen, he is a paragon of female pleasure, baby. That's my Ruhn, you know?
We do have to say right now, and I think we need to put this on the table, and I don't want to shy away from it, and I don't want to skirt around it, okay?
Okay.
He is engaged. I mean, not engaged. He's engaging currently. He's also engaged. We can talk about that. But he's engaging with a fawn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Now, he's digging his fingers into the soft, spotted flanks of the delectable creature moaning above him.
Okay.
Etc. Now...
Oh.
She has large green eyes, long legs that ended in those pretty little hooves, creamy skin of her neck above those high, perky breasts.
We have to be careful here.
Because are we?
I think it's fur. There's fur, right?
Is this furry?
I think it's furry.
Is this bestial?
I think it's basically half furry because it's like waist down, right? It's waist down, but it's probably a short hair situation. You know, it's like a short hair cat. I think.
Wow,
yeah.
I did not even... Because, wait, and June is a fawn too, right? Is it?
Yeah, June's a fawn.
Is it like legs? For some reason, I was just picturing like a girl, but she has hooves and horns. But I guess it's more than that.
I thought it was like you have the flanks. You have like
she has spotted flanks.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I thought flanks were another word for legs.
They are kind of, but like a
like a deer.
Animal one.
For an animal.
Yeah. Gotcha. Great. Me Googling the word flank.
I just want to sort of name...
Is a flank steak?
Probably is a flank. Yeah. So I just want to say that, and I kind of want to take our temperature on where we are with this. And I want Will to speak first.
I mean, look, it's like hot.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I mean, the whole thing isn't that hot to me because, you know...
You can't really...
Anatomically, it's not like my favorite one. But like...
Yeah. To put it like mildly, it's not. This isn't like a journey that you...
So, like, the fact that there's some other stuff going on there that's, like, a little atypical, I don't know.
You're just like, oh, yeah, it's, like, a different...
Yeah. It's all foreign land to me anyway, so, like, it may as well be sort of...
may as well be, like, a deer.
You're like, they all could look like that for all I know.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just kind of wanted to... Yeah, I didn't want to let it go
That is
unacknowledged.
good. That is a great... Thank you for acknowledging. I thought you were going to say... I feel like we're getting some more explicit language than we've gotten from Sarah.
We got the C word. We got the C word right away. He's got his lip ring.
Yeah.
Dragging across there. I think there's a C word somewhere in there.
The CL word.
The CL
right, of course,
word.
must clarify.
So yeah, no, I think we are getting more explicit. I don't know if we got a CL last book. We should be keeping better.
Also, I do think
this,
Ruhn probably gets points for having. Wait, is it a lip ring or a tongue ring? Lip ring.
Lip ring.
Lip ring.
Yeah, I feel like that probably hurt to get, and the font's probably loving it, is what I'm saying.
It seems like she's loving it. She's having a good time. Unfortunately, for both of them, they seem to be having a rootin' tootin' good time, but unfortunately, they're interrupted. Okay.
God damn it.
Oh my God. Before we move on to them being interrupted, I want to say we don't have a soundboard for this podcast, which I don't really know yet, like how one does that, but I do think we need to look into it. You know, soundboard.
Yeah.
You can just
like
insert a wee sound.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know, like that you have at your fingertips, you have a couple sound effects you like to use.
Totally. Yes.
Because I need to play one from the audiobook, and we're going to like clip it and make it right for this.
Oh, fuck yeah.
This is being added to our soundboard once we get it. Hold on.
Merciful Cthona.
Did you get it?
Oh my God.
Merciful Cthona.
That's a lot of syllables to be moaning.
Merciful. So, do you not think that we need that on our...
I think we do.
For sure.
Merciful Cthona. Okay, so we'll work on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, shout out. Still, the audiobook's still great. Same narrator, still great. We love it. But yeah, they get interrupted because it turns out that cousin Cormac has showed up and crashed the party. Now, one of the boys knocks and is like, "Ruhn, you gotta get out here! Like something's going on with
I think Flynn just walks in. He's just like,
yeah, and the poor fucking fawn is
I
like,
know.
excuse me. She's like trying to get her clothes on. Poor dear. Anyway, and so they go down, and then there's a wormhole that this hot blonde guy walks through. He basically teleports, or should we say...
Winnow?
He winnows. You might say he winnows.
He
teleports in.
Again, not into blonde men, but when they're coming through a wormhole, you know, that's kind of cool. Kind of does it for me.
Yeah.
He's giving Gossip Girl.
Wow.
Yeah. Why is he wearing a light white sweater?
Yeah, I don't get that.
I didn't understand the light white sweater with, what was it, combat boots and like dark jeans or something?
Yeah,
I don't understand the white sweater.
That's not a look.
Oh, I feel like it's like cute, nerdy dad vibes, but like in a hot man body.
But he's wearing like combat boots. I'm not sure of the aesthetic. Like, why wouldn't it just be like a black sweater or something?
Probably because isn't he from that part of Velbara where they all still act and dress like it's a long time ago, and so maybe he's like trying to conform to modern times, but he like doesn't know how to do it.
He missed the memo.
Also, I think doesn't he have like golden skin? He's probably wearing the white so that his skin looks like particularly
tan,
bronzed,
golden. Wow,
good point.
Yeah, he's Avalon Fae. It's spelled Avalon, but the audiobook calls it Avalon.
Oh,
so
God.
I don't know what to tell you.
That makes me really uncomfortable. Can we
Okay.
call it Avalon?
We can say Avalon. Yeah, he's from Avalon, which is an island shrouded in mist.
It's Seattle.
Yeah, he's from Seattle. He's from old-timey Seattle Island.
Where it's perpetually goth girl fall.
Right.
It's always
mist.
goth girl
Hence
fall.
the sweater.
Yes, he's blonde. He has a rolling and rich accent, which I had to tell you guys. In the audiobook, he has a Scottish accent.
A brogue.
Stop it.
Wow, that's kind of hot.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well.
Yeah, he has a Scottish accent. Okay?
Yeah, that's important.
Now, what I love is he walks in through that wormhole. All of Alpha, Phi, Beta, whatever the fuck, are all like, yeah, man.
They do
Everyone's
their
like,
roll up.
Yeah.
And he turns to Ruhn. And I believe the first thing he says to Ruhn is, you smell like cunt.
I forgot about that.
I'm like, whoa, okay. The other C word. And Bryce gags.
Also, like, a hello could have also worked.
I know, but it's like, again, don't remind me that they can all smell that. It was upsetting to me, but really funny, especially in a Scottish accent. He just pulls it off.
Yeah.
Smell like cunt. I can't do it quite. But anyways, we learn this is the crown prince of the Avalon Fae. He's cousins with Ruhn on Ruhn's mother's side, and the Fae Autumn King, Bryce's daddy, has apparently betrothed Bryce to this man.
Right, because here we are in a modern Fae society, and yet we're still doing it. Doing it.
So he's like, no, where I come from, you women belong. Okay, I can't.
You just sound like Shrek.
That was very Shrek-esque.
You belong to your male kin. So she belongs to her male kin, he says. And it's all very old-timey.
Which, not to lay the blame at Ruhn's feet, but he sort of opened this door by, like, pulling that card in book one,
did.
Yeah, he did. He did, and we said it at the time, and we'll say it again now. Okay? And... And also, I think at this point, Mark is, or I don't know if it's at this point or later, but Mark's like, I'm putting all of my associates at the firm on this.
Yes.
There must be some law. If there's legal precedent.
As if nobody's ever looked into this before.
Yeah. Once again, they're like, no, legal technicality will get us out of this.
The bureaucracy will save us all.
I did put in my notes, OMG legal research.
Yes, legal research. And then later on, Ruhn's talking to the Autumn King. He's like, we're in modern times. I bet there's a lot of judges who would like to make some precedent. Blah,
this
blah,
is
blah.
ripe for some impact litigation on behalf of female Fae.
Yeah.
You just gotta find Lunathion RBG.
Exactly.
Some test cases.
I think that's about all that we can say about the party. Do we have anything else to say?
Isn't Bryce, we hear a little bit more about her whole, like, guilt about the year, and she's like, oh, can people have fun if, like, the world is bad?
Give me a fucking break. She's like,
I know, it's like,
I only saved most everyone in this city. Like, I didn't save everyone. Like, how am I gonna have fun again? Like, so many people didn't get to have fun. Sorry, I just, like,
therefore I can't ever orgasm.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay, maybe you should go to therapy, maybe you should.
Yeah.
And listen, here we are. Haters will say that we hated too hard on Fourth Wing, but I just want to say we have plenty of literary criticism here to offer as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Equal opportunity.
So, Yep. Anyways, that's a party. Now we get to see another one of our faves, although not in the best. I wouldn't say it was the best look for Therion, our sweet boyfriend Therion this chapter.
Yeah.
We learned some things, okay?
We do.
Yeah, we learn some things. I just had to brush them under the carpet.
Yeah, I think
shady background.
Yeah, so it turns out Therion's on a wee small fishing vessel, and it's very cold. He's in the middle of the seas looking for something. Whatever, we'll get back to that or something. More importantly, we learn that 10 years ago, Therion, quote unquote, took the River Queen's daughter's maidenhead. Didn't really think about the consequences and probably just fucking lied to her or whatever. I was like, yeah, we're gonna be together forever. Let me take your V card.
That's called thinking with your dick.
But true playing to Love Island type.
I know, but not that's not what we want. Yes, it kind of, should we be surprised? No, but did we maybe want better from him?
Right. We do. We need to experience the arc of growth. You know what I mean? We met him and it was, oh my God, so great, so hot. And now it's, oh, he has this shady background versus we meet him and he kind of sucks and then we watch him grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just oh, okay. That's a little.
I feel like now we're lowering.
We also learn that he tortures people sometimes, which is
well, yeah.
I mean,
they all
but doesn't
do.
everybody?
Who hasn't?
Who among us?
Yeah.
For legal reasons. Yeah.
So,
although I will say, sorry, true to type, one more little wee detail is that he's, I'm in the fucking middle of the ocean. Why am I not lounging on a rock so the girls can look at me? He's like, I love looking myself up on social media and reading all the captions.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Apparently that was what got him in trouble recently because he was all over social media. And then River Queen's daughter was like upset about it and cried. And so then her mom made him do shit he didn't want to do. And yeah, so he forgot to mention that he's like sort of all of book 1. We didn't really hear that he's actually sort of betrothed. But I guess he doesn't hook up with anyone.
Yeah.
Right. He just gets like positive affirmation.
Yeah. So I guess like that's good. I don't know. It's not a great situation. And as we will discover throughout the book, it's really not great because he's kind of just trapped now.
And there's also the whole like kind of Little Mermaid vibe where he wants to,
he wants to be part of this world.
Yeah, it's the song.
It's the song. Yeah, and he does have red hair, so he's kind of the Little Mermaid. So, yeah. Anyways, he's looking for Sophie, I guess.
Right.
That's what he's doing.
The queen found out from, like, the water.
Yeah, the water
like, spoke to her. Yeah,
so she really wants to find Sophie/Emil, because Emil has power, and I don't know. So Therion's doing that.
Right, presumably for just some kind of chip for her to hold to have more power.
Yeah, she's just like, who fucking knows? Who cares? But, you know, she's really invested in this. So Therion's on
it's like mission. When you play the Game of Thrones, you know what I mean? They're just like, oh, how can we climb the ladder of chaos, et cetera, et cetera.
Totally. Yep.
You know?
That. Absolutely that.
Maybe one quick thing to add at the end.
What do you want to add?
So they're like searching for where Sophie was thrown overboard. And they find her shackles and whatever, but they've been unlocked. And it's like question mark.
Exactly. Did she escape?
Which is just SJM edging me again on my girl bosses.
Being edged.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. But anyways, yes, that's very true. Okay, next we see another one of our old BBs. Well, but we didn't know him that well. But we're gonna
our baby cub,
our pup. Our pup.
It's not a bear.
I love how they call him Pup.
Whatever.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
It's our pup. It's our pup, Ethan.
I would get so mad. It's so demeaning.
I know.
Oh my God, Rachel, should we start calling Will our little pup?
Our pup. Yeah,
oh my God, our
pup.
I don't care what you say to me, so it doesn't bother me. But if I were him, he would be bothered.
Yeah, and he's obviously a huge hulking hottie, but they call him a pup, which is really cute because he's young. Yeah. He's a young pup.
Yeah.
Ethan's back. Ethan's also not having a great time. He's been sort of savagely attacked, and so Bryce and Hunt come back from I think the party, and like smell mail and blood, and she's all freaked out, and then finds Ethan all bloodied and fucked up in her apartment because basically it turns out that Ethan was sticking up for Bryce in the press and was like, oh, actually Bryce is good. She helped the city when it was under attack, and Sabine was not having it.
Because Sabine was shitting on her, right?
Yeah, so he was like, no, that's some bullshit. Sabine wasn't even there. And so the pack like fucked him up and then kicked him out. One of them dropped him at Bryce's apartment. So here he is.
How did he get in?
I guess he was added to the locks. A lot of people have access to this apartment.
Yeah. It's like not that secure.
Top security. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't seem. But anyways. So he's there. And then obviously, literally the only sleeping arrangement that is acceptable to Bryce is that he's going to sleep in her bed with her. And Hunt is just going to sleep somewhere else. Hunt's not happy.
Hunt does not take it well. What can you do, though?
He just immediately gets so jealous. And it was... just to like bring up an Akatar reference here, but it was giving, how Tamlin would always get so weird about Lucian and how people can be friends.
Yeah.
I just feel like Hunt was getting, that's my bed. That's my Bryce.
But
how dare you? And it's like, he literally almost died.
But they don't need to share a bed. And if you were in his situation, you would feel that way too.
Because like, you have to remember, Ethan's so hot. He's also hot. They've known each other so long. Yeah. They have like shared trauma. This is just like a recipe for them. They don't, spoiler alert, but like tonight they don't. But like it's a recipe for hooking up.
Right. And Bryce is like, no. Like I literally like we have to share a bed. That's the only arrangement that could possibly work.
So why did she do that?
I mean, in the end, she says internally, the reason she did it is because she's wanted to literally have an eye on him because she's not losing another. Whatever the fuck, brother.
Holstrom.
Holstrom brother.
And her couch is white and she doesn't want it blood on.
I did like that. I respected that. And I will say, on Hunt's behalf, he also calls himself out. He's like, what a fucking jealous loser.
He does call himself on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Stop.
We'll give him that.
So you're allowed to have jealous thoughts in your own head, okay?
Okay, fine.
So back off.
I'm just kind of, yeah, Ethan, get in there.
I know. Well, this is interesting. I mean, maybe we'll talk about it at some point, but it's sort of, it was going to be, it could have been like a love interest competition, but then it just wasn't.
Yeah.
I know. That was an interesting choice. Just have it be this kind of unrequited love.
Yeah.
That Bryce is kind of unaware.
Yeah. So that's where we leave them.
Wow.
Our sweet
It's
pup.
so cozy being back in Crescent City.
Yeah. It feels great. It feels nice.
Wow. What an incredible time we've had. First of all, we just want to say thank you so much to Mad Eye 2002.
Shout out Mad Eye 2002.
Our monarch, shout out.
A great year, 2002.
Great year. Who was, quote, quite literally obsessed. I think Mad Eye 2002, obviously a millennial.
Yeah, that person knows
They
good
get
Charlotte
it.
music.
They get it. And they said they're quite literally obsessed with us. So thank you so much. Thank you for rating.
We are quite literally obsessed with you, too.
Aww.
We love you.
So
Love
funny for you to say that.
OMG. Thank you so much for that. If you haven't rated yet, you haven't reviewed, please do. It helps us a lot emotionally.
Mental health. Why?
I can't speak to whether it helps the podcast, but psychologically, it's been really important for us. And, you know, spread the word to your friends or go on Reddit. Please go on Reddit. Go to the SJM subreddit or the Crescent City specific subreddit.
Just to enjoy it if you haven't enjoyed it yet.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's great. It's fun.
Yeah.
Just go get in there. Go in there and just make a post about how great this podcast is, or just like comment when people are asking even sort of vaguely relevant things. Just be like, well, you should really listen to Faywatch.
Yeah. Like,
and we would really appreciate it.
And really, it can be the most tenuous possible connection. You know, any excuse.
Right.
Any excuse. In the spirit of Christian goth girl fall, you have to spread the good news, you know?
You must.
Spread the gospel.
True. One must evangelize.
Yeah, evangelize like the disciples did.
Exactly.
After
Jesus passed and rose. So thank you so much. And, you know,
thanks, y'all.
Say hi, send us an email. We'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.